Okay, so this is part 2. Some time has passed, clearly.
Because I have a beard now. To
Yeah.
show the time has passed.
And we're looking at the first proofs from Robert on the new logo.
Jeff's not looking.
Jeff's not looking.
Yeah.
You're not gonna look at all?
Jeff's not gonna look.
Do you want to start talking? I mean, do you want to do you have a presentation, or do you just want to say, take a look?
Absorb.
Dude, there's a part of me that just wants to just throw it all in Jeff's face, just be like, absorb it all in right now.
Go.
Don't look, Jeff.
Are we looking at?
Yeah, look.
We've been looking the whole time.
See, I know you want to talk through it.
I do.
Because I know you.
Yeah, so I think for the most part, a lot of what we're trying to do is just come up a somewhat simplistic idea, but a simplified icon that you can use immediately, but then you'll also be able to use in the long term. So again, because they're out of sequential order, 1 and 2 are kind of the ones that have a little bit of the long lasting power, because you get a little bit of kind of the trend setting overlay stuff with the colors, things like that, but you still get the simplified version of it in just the single color format. A lot of the logos will have a little bit of an interacting experience, or an overlay not experience, but effect. It's the experience.
Did you experience that?
Did you experience the logo? And that's really just to kind of show, there's a little bit of a process what you guys do, and that it is a collaboration between you and the client. So most of them are going to have a little bit of this kind of in and out intricacies and shadows and that kind of stuff. And then not all of them are slab serifs.
That's good.
I was actually surprised when I got done.
See,
I was
there's ones that weed
"Oh,
out. So it's not big.
So now you're really looking at him because you're glasses on? You're like, I was getting the blurry feel first.
So it has some detail that I wasn't seeing.
It is kind of fun. There's a few of them where it's the color, the shadow effect, should be more noticeable and stuff.
Especially on this one.
Yeah, it shows up on that one pretty well, but not so much like this one. As far as colors, I did use, primarily the 2 colors. I did add a little bit of saturation to them too.
Yeah.
So they're not as dull as kind of they are right now. And then it is hard to tell a little bit the difference between the blue, but I did introduce a slight teal color in here. So it's not a full-on green, but it has a little bit more yellow in it. And in, let's see, I think I did reverse them. There's a few of them where instead of the color being black, this is more just a dark blue, more a muted navy blue.
Really hard to see in this lighting.
Yeah, it is a little
I
bit.
thought you stuck with the same palette the whole way through.
Well, yeah. So when I printed everything up, I was like, "Oh, this looks good." You can totally tell the difference, and it's I think.
Yeah, you can kind of tell.
We'd have to get closer to him.
This one, this one just doesn't have as much saturation. I feel like that's black.
Yeah, I see it. I'm debating too. There are a few of them that I elevated as well for just mock-ups for things.
Don't show those ones yet, because
I know, I'm kind of, I want to hold out just to kind of see where you guys are at as far as absorbing everything.
I can start giving you gut reactions if you want. I have some.
I was gonna say, how do we want to do this? Do we want to just do we want to do blind voting? Do we want to do just discussion?
Yeah, blind voting is not necessary.
You want to get rid of that?
No, I want to hear what you have to say, Dave.
Okay.
No, I do. I think
I
discussions.
mean, I have a clear favorite already.
I think discussions are good.
Yeah, easily.
So yeah, let's totally do.
Okay. Why don't you start,
Yeah, go ahead.
because you have it.
Because I do.
Because you wanted to start, and
Because
I was just offering.
yeah, do it.
All right. The ones that I'm definitely. Let's start with what I'm drawn to. Okay, so I really The ones that popped out to me the quickest, definitely like this mark. I don't know why, but I'm totally drawn to it. I like both these treatments, I like the ideas of them. This thing is super dig.
That's a shocker.
I know, right?
It was kind of funny.
I just think this is really cool too.
Why is it a shocker?
Because he knows exactly what I mean.
No.
When we were going through a bunch of like the logos,
Robert
ones that I
Mack.
had done like for other clients, Jeff definitely gravitated towards ones where it had a little bit more of this kind of like
Okay.
interaction and
With the
you know, like
lines.
the weaving and all that stuff.
But so much so that by the end we were like, I bet we can pick which ones.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And it was totally like
Nice.
Yeah, so, okay, so
Yeah.
that icon in particular, like I said, these treatments I like.
Mm-hmm.
That one, and I do like this, but I'm not sure what we could do with that. And I really like this font. Actually, I guess it's kind of the same as this one.
This is different.
Different.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
no,
it's actually
I
completely,
can
this
see
is more
that.
like a
It's
soft, like
different.
rounded edges, where this one like actually has like circles on the tip. So it's
I like-
like, it's like a true rounded.
Got it.
And the other ones that didn't grab me right away, this one. Oh, I like the axe. I think that's cool. Right there. And this one just looked too much like a basketball to me.
Huh.
Interesting.
This is your favorite.
Kind of remind. No. It reminds me of the dribble, which is actually a basketball. So interesting.
Oh, that is interesting. Actually, I didn't even see that.
So now you can't not.
I can't not see that. What's
But it's
actually funny about
the
this
color.
is there's like
that helps that so much though. Like if you'd done that blue, maybe I wouldn't have seen it.
well, so I did have a version of it in the blue, and there's actually I think like 5 or 6 different variations on this one, trying to get like a P out of it, and
So
so
like that's
yeah.
not nearly as much.
So yeah, this
Actually, I think this one's kind of cool too.
did I just leave that as square? There's a couple variations where it looks like different marks for that little period,
But I
but
do like the P with the pixel.
it's a pixel. It is.
Pixel right there.
Pixel.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this mark I do like this one because it's an abstract P and a J. It shows the interaction. It did 2 shapes, as opposed to 3, because there were 2 partners that started Pixel Jar. So I know there's like silly little things and stuff.
Yeah,
but,
so those are the good things. Those things I like.
so I'm just gonna put. Yes, I'm gonna put double J for those.
That's alright. Yeah, that's a.
You can have that. We can flip that to be just a J if we're not using that.
So you
If it's your personal website, yeah.
Why don't you go next week?
So the one that Jeff likes, the Jeff logo,
Yeah, the
the
Jeff
one you
logo.
did just for Jeff.
Yeah.
I actually do like it. My concern with it is PayPal, Pandora, Pagely
Okay.
all have a very similar logo to that.
This one?
Yes.
That's true. Pages is very
So
And
there's
PayPal
so-
is suing.
So I know that.
So-
So this actually. So when I did like a Google image search, this was the one that like did go like, oh, this is kind of similar. This one didn't for that, but I did see that whole thing. And so when I was talking with you that one night, and I saw that whole lawsuit thing, I'm like, I'm gonna modify that. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I put like a
That's-
little
that's-
like slab on it.
I think that's why it's in my mind, because that
Yeah.
lawsuit just happened.
Yeah.
But why don't you do positive? Like, why don't you
Yeah.
do your picks
I
first?
actually, the reason why I called it out is because I like it.
Okay, so put a
So
B on
I
that.
do like it.
Okay,
Um,
but you have
But that's
concerns.
my concern with it,
Okay.
is like,
But let's deal with the concern. Like, let's get
Yeah, yeah.
the board smaller, and then
yeah.
yeah,
Um,
you're like, no, that one's out.
no, I actually like it. Like and surprisingly,
And
I
that
have
is-
slab
that is-
serif on there. Just saying.
Do you not like slab serifs?
No,
I'm
He's a
like
good infatuated with it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I love
they're
them.
my font of choice.
Mine too.
I actually like the font that's on the circle one.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I like that.
And I like that the
Nice.
dots are colored.
Yeah.
And I like the treatment of that one too, also. So. Yeah. For those of you watching at home, he just scribbled it
I
out.
scribbled the D out because I was pointing directly to the typeface.
Yeah. And I like the treatment of the type there also. For some reason, I don't like the X one that we were talking about earlier.
This one here.
Yeah. I don't think it's enough.
Well, I think what's interesting too, like when I was kind of playing around just like with support treatments for that one, it is weird because it's like the X becomes a little bit of like the focal point thing,
Yeah.
but like the idea of it was that there's supposed to be kind of like these like larger arrows going inward, like so there's the two small ones and stuff, so it is supposed to be kind of like this like inward
Yeah.
collaboration thing that still does work within kind of the
yeah, I
logo
can see
type
that.
itself, but yeah, when you're passing out like stickers without like the
Yeah.
logo type on it, it's like here's an X.
I like the one on the bottom left. And I think again, the kind of, I think what Jeff likes about those is sort of the interplay of the lines and overlapping and things like that. So I think I like the way that one works. It has a bit of a P and a J in it also.
It does, but I keep seeing a 9.
Keep singing that. Oh,
Yeah.
maybe that's Robert's way.
We have a new partner.
9, P, and J.
It's all in there.
It's all in there.
I totally
I
didn't
do-
see the 9.
Yeah, I do like that one too. It just seems something about the space inside of it.
It's a little open.
I think so.
So this is what I'll do. I'll put,
But I do-
I'll
but I
put
do
Jeff
definitely
here,
agree with
like
Jim now.
mid,
Mhm.
but two open.
Yeah, definitely open them. And again, I really like that font on that one too.
Mhm.
I do think I tend to like the ones that somehow have the P and the J in them more than just the P's.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the one on the top right, like I like it, but I feel like it's top left. I'm pointing at the top left. I'm telling you top right. The one on the top left.
My right.
Yeah, right. That's exactly right. I feel like it's too now. Like it may not have the longevity that some of the other ones have.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, and I think this one too, it's a little bit more abstract, and I know when we were going through some of like the other shapes and things, it was like, like things that you would like, you're like, oh, I like this, and it was like kind of like abstract things, and so that one, like, that's where that one's kind of like derived from a little bit, but it's not like an easy read as a P. I think it's like, oh, that A is flipped around.
I still see the Google app thing that I was showing you guys, the Duo or whatever that new one I was telling you about that I have on my phone. The video.
No, I don't know.
It's where was it? Google. It's like that one, but there's another one called Allo, ALLO. It's like their chat platform.
Hello.
Interesting.
But it looks like that.
Okay, so icon-wise, no. How are you feeling about font?
To be honest, like I prefer, and the ones we're looking at, I think I prefer the rounded treatments.
More rounded treatments.
Yeah, versus the slabs.
So like these ones.
I felt like the all caps slabs didn't jump out to me very much, whereas I think the one on the top left does. I
Yeah.
really like that one.
Yeah.
And even all lowercase, like I like better. There's something about the
Yeah.
height change that makes me feel better.
Totally agree.
I didn't like the all caps, like just being a block of text.
Yeah.
So what's the X on this one, which is awesome.
He's gonna give it to you.
The bottom two, or the bottom three corner, like those didn't really jump out at me too much. Like
That's the one that Jeff was like,
Or-
those, yeah, all three of those, yeah. They're not, I don't feel good about them. I don't know how to say
The
it.
logos or the type
I think
specifically?
the logo specifically.
Okay.
So this is, abstract P and J.
Interesting.
Yeah, I saw it, like, I can't stop seeing like a More like a bird.
Raindrop.
In the one.
And this one?
Yeah, like that's his wing. No, the next one over. Like it's like the.
Oh, that's so interesting.
I don't know. It's weird. It's like
I've seen pictures our stores.
Looks like a drop. I mean, it looks like.
I mean that too, but
Honestly,
What was the thought process behind the wavy one?
this one on the right.
Yeah,
This one?
yeah. P and a J combined. Is that?
It is, yeah. So it's really just like, at that point, it's like exploration of just kind of like, what's kind of like making like interesting shapes, I think at this point that like will help separate. And I think what I liked about that one is it added like a little bit of like movement to it without it being movement. Like,
yeah.
so it definitely felt like it was like a little bit more kind of like moving forward. Always kind of like wanting to keep up to date with things, but so that's more where it came from. It was playing with shapes and then like liking kind of like what kind of like was derived from.
So yeah, I know I can see it when you started when you mentioned the other that it was an abstract P and J. I
Yeah.
put it back. Talk to me about the. I'm sorry. You still go?
Sorry.
I'm just gonna go.
Go ahead.
Tell me about the icon for this one.
The cube?
Yeah, is it just that's a pixel?
It very loosely, like it's an abstract
It's a
P
P
with a J inside. So here's like the outside of the box, and then here's like the interior shadow of kind of like a recessed opening in here. But yeah, it's mainly, it was just kind of like a cool like take on a pixel rather than just being kind of like a square. It's kind of like, I know Brandon's like always mentioning it's like a pixel isn't kind of like a thing anymore. It is, but it's like not like as big. So it was like, well, what can be like a fun, interesting thing to do that to kind of like push like what a pixel would be.
Cool.
Yeah, I like that one. I think it's gravitated towards the more abstract ones. I think that's an easy one for me to like because it's so well contained.
It's geometric.
clean. Yeah, that's
As far as logos,
right. It's like oh yeah, here, just hand me that. Like I'm comfortable more. I'm like okay, this is fine now. I'm good. I'm trying to push myself a little bit.
you can put a D on the circle.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. It one feels very Euro signs.
It also kind of connects with what has gone before, which I
Yeah.
like. It's a nice transition.
Yeah.
logo for it.
So that's why I did like this one. I like that it referenced a little bit like the old logo. I like that it still had like the lowercase treatment and stuff on it.
And I do like that type treatment. I like this type treatment with the square.
This one?
Yeah, that's the only all caps or upper lower that I actually care for.
So I'll do.
Do you guys worry that this one looks great when it has the colors, but once it goes solid, then does it look just like a registered trademark kind of a...
Like I actually like all the ones with outlines when they're in white, like really draw my eye.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really like that. Like it's almost a negative of the logo that I like a lot. Like that's kind of what I've been looking at is if we were to just have our logo by itself, you know, what would be something that would draw my eye or be like, oh, like I recognize that, like something distinguishable. And like that, the circle one, the overlapping PJ thingy, and even like the one at the bottom left, I feel like make good silhouettes.
Yeah.
Reverses only, or do you also like the?
I'm both of them.
Both?
I think, yeah, I mean, the all black says kind of the same thing to
I
me
like
as
the
color one.
The type with the X one that Jeff picked as well. I think that is
The slab.
that slab works with the lowercase. I think. Obviously not.
You only like the
I
logo.
don't like the X. Yeah,
Too much?
yeah, I like the type.
Is that too much?
I mean,
Oh.
yeah, like that's the logo. Because I just got the logos yesterday, and I was like, ooh.
So
No,
there's
Robert.
one other type.
Which is like, oh, I really like that one.
What do you guys
Oh.
think about the cursive?
I do not like that at all.
Okay.
It's funny because I had thought while we were going along that I would like something that might be a little bit more like
Looser.
loose, yeah.
Yeah.
But that particular font, like I do not like the J at all, or like the loop on the P. Like those embellishments like drive me nuts.
Agreed.
It looks like I wrote it, which is
The worst.
does not look it.
Well, like, so it is funny because of like all like the different kind of like treatments that I was like looking at for that. that one did feel very much just kind of like homegrown almost, you know,
Yeah.
where it just was like, they didn't feel as refined as a lot of like the other ones feel like.
It feels very like sportsy, but
I do like the arrows. Yeah, it's very clever.
yeah, I need to look at them up close too. But
Yeah, come on up. That way the floor's open.
thank you.
But you're right, that the icon of that
Doesn't quite work.
I think that's my concern with that one is the X doesn't
I
really.
think if the X becomes the focal point, and is that
I don't think it should be, yeah.
No,
it's not.
and the fact that it's inside the logo, I think is hard for me. And it's not in a spot that's, like I said, one of the focal spots that we should be looking at. The other P with the second from the last row at the top in the
Square.
diamond. Yeah, no, the one next to it. Yeah, for some reason like that diamond shape, it makes me think of like the signs that go on like
Corrosive liquid.
flammable tanks. Like I have like this is gonna burn. Like that's not a good connotation. So that's why I like that treatment of the overlapping things. But like for me, like I see flammable.
I actually kind of like that.
You do?
For us, yeah.
So, like, what started that is, like, you know, it's essentially just like the code brackets, you know, like,
Yeah.
around the things and stuff. And so,
Yeah.
like, again, on the computer, I have a version that is just this.
Okay.
But what I liked about putting it together is you do get, like, the overlapping stuff, and then you do get, like, a little bit like the contained pixel type thing.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things we can explore that, like,
I'm not opposed to it, like, you know, and seeing it different ways. Like I think overall I like the overlapping treatments. Like that's something that I think we talked about a lot when we were looking at other logos and things like that for inspiration.
Right, so you guys had an intermediate meeting with Robert where you kind of looked at some inspirational
Yeah.
icons, right?
Yeah.
I'm really just saying that for the camera as opposed to really caring.
Yeah.
things are clarifying.
Okay. Let's see. Did you have more?
No, I'm done.
Let's see which ones you elevated. All the ones you didn't pick.
Yeah.
No, so I think what I did is I went through, like I did elevate like just a number of them. Like there are, so like I elevated this one.
All right.
But like I feel like either one of those like
Yeah.
totally like works in that. So
Should we?
I was gonna say we can.
Should we pop off the ones that did?
Yeah.
I'll go through and I'll just
Yeah.
anything about this other than logo curve.
Good try.
Good try, babe.
You don't know how long
I mean,
it took me to get that square.
I like it as just the, you know, my closeness to the Google Apps stuff makes it feel weird.
And that's totally fine. Like, do you want to see that logo type come back at all?
I think, like I said, that one, I think I said I like the font on that one. Like I like the capital and lowercase font on that one.
You do like that?
I like
Yeah.
that one. Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say is I don't care for that.
You don't like it? I mean,
Uh,
it's fine.
Certainly not as much as some of the other options.
Yeah, like I said, I really like the rounded fonts in this one, so I'm definitely not married to that slab.
This one I wouldn't mind seeing again, but just not not basketball. But if we're waiting about, that might be one that I would. I gotta cut something out.
Mm-hmm.
Logo type. How do you guys feel about that treatment?
Too thick.
It's a little too quiet. Yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah, I don't like the font, but I mean the interplay between the shapes is interesting.
It's very 60s, which can work.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not knocking it at that. I'm just.
I think it feels modern though. You know, it's not Maybe
No,
it's the colors
attraction
or something,
in
but
J2. Like this one, obviously, we're gonna hang on
Logo type?
to. Is this one?
No.
I like I think that was one of the other, yeah, that was one of the slabs I liked because it was all lowercase.
Is that the same as what you've used on the second X that we've been talking about? I can't see if the weight is the same.
Looks like it.
It looks like it's the same.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it is.
Then I do like that logo. I like that type.
Mhm.
Not the logo, the type.
Yeah, I like the
Not the
type.
icon.
Did you just show devil horns on
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
Devil horns.
You know it.
the? Oh,
No.
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 Yes.
Yes.
No.
Jeff?
I was in that one. Strong. You know, let's.
Brandon's face says no.
Yeah, okay, let's that one. I like the concept, but I think there are better directions.
Yeah.
No.
Same.
Yeah. That one I'm not ready to let go of yet. Because I do like the concept of the arrows and the, I don't know how we
Okay.
Should we, I guess at that point, should it just be like an exploration of this as a separate thing, not necessarily as part of the logo type? Like, should there be like an icon that's like, oh, look at all the arrows?
I don't know, am I alone on this or? Hey, okay, let it go, Bobby.
2 more arrows. Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on to.
Yeah.
They like logo type. No one said anything else about anything else.
I would definitely prefer the lower types to that one.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
I actually feel like it might be a little 80s
I had
too.
actually I worked at a
Maybe
company.
why I'm
I worked at a
responding.
company that had that cube in it, so I'm definitely not.
Makes me
a fan of
think
it.
of Hubert.
Which is a good
Aw, that's
That would be cool.
I like that.
Can we just get Cubert for our logo? That'd be pretty rad.
Yes.
Yes.
I think it might be IP. No.
No.
Yeah.
Same with the last
That's,
two, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can drop this out too.
All right.
Okay, down to 6 or 7. All right.
You know someone at home is going to be like,
People like dancing in the stars are trying to wait for. I tried to vote for that one.
dial.
Yeah, and now's the time where you call in and place your votes.
Text number 1 to. It's like the death of Rob.
Fix it, Sheriff.
The sheriff.
Oh, my God.
What?
Too much work. Always.
You did Slack.
I did Slack. Because that's important.
We're going to have to come up and look at those images.
Yeah.
Oh my God, check out that hat. I want that hat now.
This is the point where every client goes, "Can I have all of them?"
Oh, I'm gonna just make you so much better.
Wait till you do the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this. I think this is the one that I can see as having kind of like the most fun with, as far as like support graphics and stuff.
Wow, I'm glad we didn't. Did we nix any of the ones that you
Yeah.
elevated?
Yeah, we nixed this.
Okay.
Show it.
Well, we nixed that one. Nixed that one.
I'm feeling
Nixed,
good about those choices now.
nixed this one.
Well, it's not fair because you did them all.
Oh, God. Could you, next time, could you do different cookies for each of the logos?
So it is funny because like they do have like, but it was the other mugs. I was like, you can't fit enough coffee in those mugs because they were so much like smaller. I was like, that's gonna be a thing. We need to have like the biggest mugs.
How cool is that hat?
Which one?
That shirt smacks of WordCamp 2012.
It does. No, like when I did that, I was like, oh, but I don't know. It's so
It's got all the colors.
I'm so glad that the t-shirts are already done.
Yeah.
I just want to get to the t-shirt stage.
They're all pretty rough now.
They are.
Yeah, so totally feel free to come up. You can even see it here, just. The conversation I chose was trying to
This
show
one,
realistic.
yeah, the mug and the hat especially, this becomes very interesting to me. Like, because if we just take the basketballness out of it, it could be a very. I like that it's still the old source.
But I think we have, he says simplify icon here, so I think we're probably gonna see something.
Yes.
No, I know, but I'm saying like once I see it just as the on the coffee mug and the hat one, it's just the like that could be a cool. It doesn't need the name, and everyone will go, oh yeah, that's the Pixar logo.
No,
Yeah.
this is awesome.
Isn't it? Oh, you did good, Bobby.
It's got like this one with the outline around it too.
Mm-hmm.
That makes it awesome.
That is great.
Yeah.
Are you guys concerned at all about just having the P though?
Not in that one, no.
Really? Okay.
No. Not in either of these.
I
On
did
some of
like-
the ones I was, but.
I did like how that came about, you know what I mean?
Well,
And I'm curious to see what that might, like, I think you made a note to yourself to try it
yeah,
with some separation. We lose the overlap,
we do.
but
But it could be
I'm
online
not
still.
I like the overlap.
But I'm not sure that it holds it together. Like, I'm not sure that it's a necessity. I'm not saying I don't like it, I do.
But see, like, yeah,
Because I could see this, I can see that.
the break.
Yeah.
Then we're a paragraph tag.
Yes,
Ooh.
it is. but I actually, no, but I think the reason why.
But it's also code, but it's also pixel jar.
No, but here's
it's also a
the reason why I
square.
like the paragraph tag is like you're almost like beginning kind of like a dialogue discussion where it's just like let's open like the discussion if you do that. Because that was even
It's got a lot of like, but he may not just do what we're anticipating.
No, I know,
You know what
and
I mean?
I'm sure he
So-
won't. But,
I was thinking
Like
too
this,
if we do figure
I
out
like
like
that.
yeah, I like it a lot. I mean,
it's so
seeing
simple
it
like
here, like, this doesn't give me the same feeling I had here. And I don't know if it's because it has a border.
Better here or worse?
I think it's better here for me
Interesting.
than it
Yeah,
was.
something about he's right. The white outline around the logo
It really makes
So then
sense.
he chooses when to do it.
You know what it does?
makes it pop.
pop
This
master.
logo has pop.
That's what the P stands for.
Uh-huh.
This is pretty.
That yeah.
That's
I-
I mean, that's
it's
like,
seriously, it's like even like everything, or it's like about like the mugs. Like you can do so many fun abstract things with like these shapes for like all of your like collateral stuff, like website. And
My only
everything.
concern with this one is like here, like I really like it here and here. Here, like it feels more like a pattern rather than like an actual mark.
Mm.
And like something you would see like at Memphis on their chairs or something like that. Like it's a background pattern
Which-
or something, you know.
Which can be fine. Like if we don't do like the multicolored one, that could be. An
I actually
interesting
like
pattern.
that. We might have something that'd be useful for like web graphics out of it.
Well, I think that is the goal. Like once we kind of like establish this stuff and we move into the website, is
Yeah.
all of your online presence
So
stuff.
does that do anything to the three that we've picked over here? Does seeing the presentation make you go,
Yeah, I would drop this one.
this one?
Yeah.
The only reason we kept this was for the type.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason why it's up there.
Yeah, we're not doing the logo type on that one.
Yeah, this is. I mean, essentially, we can't do it.
So,
I think it's worth looking at.
Okay.
okay.
Never mind. I didn't realize.
No, I mean, I agree with you, but I do think that this type might be worth exploring.
Thanks, Robert.
I'm still seeing it. Let me just keep going.
But how about this one?
See, like I think that could have the same effect as this.
I'm gonna say, this reminds me of the paperclip icon from Microsoft Office.
Yeah, that definitely has a little bit of Clippy in it.
Clippy.
Can we
Wow.
get some googly eyes on that thing?
Can we add that to
Yeah,
the next treatment? Our logo will just be, how can we help you?
So good.
Yeah.
Alright. Did you get up there?
Oh, I got it.
You did.
Yeah. That was the first one up in there.
Fantastic work, Rob.
Yeah.
He's already trying something. Hang on, we just.
Yeah.
Do you want the orange marker? Are you?
Well, yeah, this was definitely just like one of the ones that like there's like 5 or 6 different iterations like on the artboard, and it's just kind of like this is the one that like still read as like a P to me. The other ones like you almost have to like work too hard to see it, and so I definitely am gonna explore this a little bit more because I still really do like it. Like I love seeing it on like the orange shirts. I totally get like now like the basketball thing. I didn't see it at all before.
Yeah, when you get rid of that.
Yeah.
That's still.
Trouble.
It is. Dribble a copy of your logo.
I do.
Which is a good thing for the markets that we're going after, by the way.
I'm trying to go bigger than that though.
I don't know, just saying.
Trying to go bigger than
It feels sport.
No, he's talking about the sporting emphasis.
Oh, gotcha.
But the dudes that are on the end, I do like you guys mentioned the callback to the original logo.
Which one?
With the circles.
The two on the edge, yeah, they're circles.
I do, like, and even like when I was telling you, like, it feels very weird not seeing an orange circle.
No, but these ones are so good, man. Yeah,
This
they're all good. They're all
this
great.
one is like my favorite one because of like how much of a departure it is, but like how cool it could be.
Mhm.
This one I like the circle one on the right too. Like I like both of them because it feels like, oh, that feels like Pixel Jar. Like it feels very familiar still. This would be just people would be like, whoa, what are they thinking?
They're big. I wonder if
You can still see it still.
stop it. Wonder what this one, if it's outside of the circle, does it still hold up as just the shape on its own? We don't need to draw one right now if that's what you're about to do.
Draw it, Robert. What's taking so long?
He doesn't have his Photoshop tools.
This is it's good watching.
Yes.
It's like watching pencil dry. Huh.
I think it would work if the lines were a little bit thicker.
Okay.
I think outside of the container it feels a little lost. I think like it can very easily get lost.
Weak.
Good.
Unbalanced maybe a little bit.
I think that's what it is.
Because you can almost see like this one could work like inside the circle and outside the circle because you got it. It just is a one color appearance, so it's very interesting. I'm not saying put that one in the circle. I'm just
My only thought with that abstract one, the 60s style, that's what I'm calling
Right.
it for now,
history's future. That look.
is that it's the only thing is that it's the only tie back is that it's a P and a J.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I really do like that the other, I guess this is,
You think that's too much of a departure from what we have?
no, I mean, I think if we make a move, we can make a move. I just, I enjoy when there's another reason for the icon element to exist. Well, more ties
Okay.
to something.
Yeah, I mean, other than kind of like what I said before, like the only reason why there's 2 of them is just because it was found by two guys. Which is that true?
Yeah. You know our history, right?
I know, but for some reason, like I did totally second guess myself.
We had a mystery investor in the beginning. Who he was a drummer. His name was Pete Best, and we kicked him out early on.
I mean, we could always add that third triangle in if we want to.
Thanks for getting that, man. They both just look at me like, whatever, let's move on.
Yeah, I got nothing.
That was the Beatles.
Sorry.
Oh.
So for all these, now you have most of the treatment where the icon's on top, but
Yeah.
could most of them be put at the front, like for
Yep.
a horizontal treatment?
Yep. Definitely.
On these two, if you had to choose between the diamond and the circle, which way would you go?
It's hard to tell. Like I really like it here with the outline of it. I would like. I mean, maybe it's because it feels softer here than it does
Sure.
here. Like it's very pointy
Yeah, that one's
and
rounded.
more rounded. But I think.
For me, this one, for some reason, the logo off to the side is throwing me off a little bit.
Really?
But I can't picture
Actually
it
like
like
that.
top and the middle either, though. But I think that lends more to why I keep seeing like the like a registered symbol or something
Yeah.
like that with it. The way it's at the end of the word like that.
Oh, interesting. It feels what we talked about, corrosive, but it also kind of feels like an element off to the side like that.
Like a power or something. Like a
To the power
to the
of six.
second.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Whenever it's over there, that's all I think about. Like, oh, it's a
To
super
the power of P.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else that we need to communicate to Robert?
I mean, the more that I look at these, like, I think, like these ones I like, this one I like, that one that's probably my least favorite, but this one, I think we could maybe move away from it. I mean, I think we already have some overlapping things here that I like better than that, and even that one too.
I do like that mark, but I think it's too complicated.
Like the more I look at these, it's so simple,
Mm-hmm.
and these, like I'm like, okay, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, I think it'd be better if we could make Robert's job a little bit easier.
Okay.
If we pull that up and
Let's pull out that middle one, Robert.
I love that one, by the way.
I
Just so you
do.
know.
I really like that one.
Why did you not just put it off to the side like the others?
No, he's going to. He's showing you the J.
And then we'll do like cool Z interaction thing.
Oh, he's making
It's your logo.
Got it.
And I think you can get rid of that top one,
Yeah.
Brandon. The type
Yeah.
treatment.
Yeah, I definitely prefer this type treatment over that.
And even there, like if you want to see a slab mixed
I
in.
mean,
I think
yeah.
both Jeff and I did not care for the capital P and J as
Yeah.
much as the
I think I like the
lowercase.
all lowercase.
yeah, lowercase.
It's that weird thing too, where it's like, I know you guys were trying to like, evoke a little bit of kind of like a fun, inviting, friendly type thing. And, I think going like the all uppercase, like it really works, I think, because it's like the level of work that you guys do, like that treatment like really works. And it's like, oh, like they're definitely like an upper class thing, but you definitely get rid of that like warm, inviting feel.
Yeah.
And then even doing like the title case, like this one, like I still feel like it works because it's like such like a chunky weight. But yeah, the lowercase I think is, again, maybe it's just like a callback to kind of just like being
What it's
familiar with
doing,
like,
yeah.
there was one font that I was looking at, like, oh, I really like that. And it was like, just like a variation on like Nien. And I was like, that's hilarious. I'm gonna move away from that.
Yeah.
Anything else that can come off as far as, basically we're down to four or five
Yeah.
icon designs and two or three or four type treatments.
Yeah, I
Is
think,
that too much, Robert?
no, I think,
These are the same fonts, right?
yes.
Okay.
This
Yeah,
one,
that
this
was
one's
just
different.
awesome dots.
I know. I do like the dots on this.
Awesome dots that's a must, by the way.
We'll call this Dippin' Dots.
Those
I think that might be taken.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah.
What about poppin' dots?
Pixel dots.
Pixel pops?
Pixel pops.
Pop dots.
Pixel dots. A whole new name going to Pixel pops.
I thought that was reserved for our popsicle line.
Well, no, it's a spin
Pixel
off.
pops. It's so digital.
It sounds like a modem booting up.
When you're walking. It really hurts your feelings, you know?
It's a lot of bot.
It's a little too body for me.
We are nerds.
So nerdy.
I think if we can simplify that logo, then I think
Yeah.
we'll feel better about it.
Yeah, especially like even like on the Slack thing, it's kind of like, what's going on?
That's the most important.
I would get rid of
like
this
how
one.
important is that now? Like now
That's
looking
what
at
I was
it,
saying. Like, I think we could
Would you?
get rid of that one.
I would, but I mean, you guys both made a comment
But
about
what
it.
if we did this one where part of it was a different color? Like that's my only thing is like if we.
I'm not willing to drop this one yet.
Okay,
I think there's something there.
so then I think that's everything from our side.
Mhm.
Robert, do you have any more questions or need more feedback on anything or?
I think just like really fast. So like in this one, this uses like a little bit like the darker blue, and so you know we haven't done like we usually do like the brighter colors, you know, for things, or it's just kind of like a gray. So are you guys okay with exploring these in just kind of like that darker, kind of like blue color?
Yeah, I mean, I think when we were looking at, you know, some of those inspiration logos, we looked at different colors, and I think, you know, we were obviously like this is what we were, but you know, I think we're open to seeing new colors and.
So is that basically like the two primaries and then the darker blue is the support for the type?
Yes.
And we had
for the logo type.
This was like our first color of T-shirt anyway. Used to have dark blue T-shirts, so
Yeah.
it's not.
BPT, maybe.
Yeah, they were terrible.
And it's like I still think like going with like an all black logo type like is not a bad thing. But I think having kind of like this additional support color does kind of like extend, I think, just the overall
I
identity
think
a little
it's
bit.
beautiful. It's a
Yeah.
it's a nice combo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does make that shirt the most expensive on the board.
It actually doesn't. This one does.
Yeah.
That's 4 colors.
Yeah.
I know.
Actually,
that's why I was like, that one looks really nice. Ooh.
That was where I was drawn to this one because I know we can do that in the bleach treatment. If I don't want to.
Uh-huh. You don't want to feel the.
No, yeah.
The weight of the pixel jar is too much.
It's too much.
Hard.
Yeah.
Kills me.
Don't, dude. Let it go. You gotta frozen that thing. Dude.
Quit jacking that thing.
That's right. Don't. I need you not to be mean. That's why I hired you. I need someone who wasn't me, but thinks like me, but doesn't behave like me. Like that's what I needed, and I found that guy. It's right there.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think for this, I know we kind of like where things are at. Like, are you wanting to see additional exploration on that shape at all?
Not for me, actually. I don't know what else you would do with it.
I think it's just finding a type pairing. that
Yes,
is
I
functional.
think that's the harder part. Like it. I wonder if that's because the shapes are definitely very like the retro future, but I wonder if that the font lends itself to that too.
The slap star.
No, the cursive, because that's very like 50s, 60s too. Like very dinery, very.
That's what I was thinking actually.
But I think like this can just give us like a.
We're so fast. Can you do it?
Who needs Photoshop?
Can you do
Like
it
more
more
You guys, Illustrator, please.
Bobby Strader.
Yeah.
Illa Bobby. Illa Bobby. How fast he works.
Or even the round from the
From this one here.
paperclip. Yeah.
From the Poppy 8. Bobby, can you put a new layer on this? Let's Photoshop back in already.
Let me just
Be an
duplicate that.
illustrator, guys.
I don't know Illustrator. That's my of my mini Achilles
It's a
heels.
vector. It's a vector. Mm.
I think that works a little bit better.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's all happening right before
You know what? We
our
might
eyes.
be able to just get rid of the slab serif if we hold it up to the other ones. Does that work with that? Does that work with that?
Like I said, I mean, I while I do love slab serifs, like I think the rounded ones feel better with the logos that we're looking at.
But here's something to think of: like the
I
slab
think-
serif we can use as like titles on documents and websites and stuff because it would
To be the contrast to me.
Yeah, because it would pair off well with what's up there. So don't, it's not gone yet, dude.
I'm not worried about it. Like, that's the thing. I don't feel bad about not having a slab skirt in there at
No,
all.
no.
No, I think it could definitely be like a support font.
Mhm.
I also think it might function with the,
The diamond better.
yeah, but there's no real reason to change that, you know.
This would function with diamond
No,
better?
the slab.
The slab serif might function with the diamond version.
You just,
A couple key commands, you can make that happen. Just Command Z, Command Z.
Oh.
Oh. Game over.
You just
No way.
drag it to that other document.
Next one up, Robbie. Oh, I think I make it work underneath the diamond like that though.
I'm gonna juice it.
I'm guessing there's a fold involved.
Origami.
This is straight forward.
When he's looking at it to see if he likes it, he may be like, no.
Oh, there you go.
There we go, done. Love it.
I don't think you could ever let that
No.
be.
You almost about to go right now.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, can I take it
Being
down?
recorded, I wish it wasn't.
No, but I think you're right. I think like because that shape is square, I do
Mhm.
think the lowercase slab does work with that better. I think this is, I don't think we need to
Yeah, I don't think it would work
that,
there.
but I think that looks really nice with that.
Amazing.
No, alright.
Any other questions that you want us to answer, or?
No. When we do like the second round, that's when we can start exploring like stationary stuff.
I have a little list of things.
Perfect. Great.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have like 4 or 5 still. I don't want to like.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Full-
I think you spent too much time.
Yeah.
As much as they make us excited and
Right.
helped us to narrow our choices.
And I think that's the exact reason why like I do the mock-up stuff, is because like seeing it on paper, that's one thing, but when you start seeing it applied, like you get a better understanding of like how
Yeah.
that logo can be used.
You also realize like how any one of them is like awesome that you kind of rule.
And if you just like hand you like, here's your logo, and, oh my, thank
Okay,
you.
okay,
Thank you so much.
It's like
We've needed
assignments.
this for 12
This one's
years.
for you. This one's for
It's
you.
funny when I was just looking at that one. This is totally the WP engine shirt colors.
Mm-hmm.
The dark blue with that like
With the
teal.
Mhm. All right, let's call it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sweet. Good job, Bobby.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll have the finished logos this afternoon.
Yeah. It's already done, right? Didn't you get my PDF already?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
See you next time.